Hello guys, I'm your average game dev and today I'm going to tell you how I almost destroyed my computer while making my video game. Before I start, I want to give you a context or a backstory. And so basically my programmers from my team said that they will be able to finish melee attack, illumination detection, statistics and procedural level generation in about a week. So I was like, oh, I should do something too. So I remembered in the last video I said I have to make the boss monster. And if you watch my last video, you can remember that I said that the monster will be somewhat a demonish shape, but after some thinking and after trying to make the model, I figured that won't be a good idea. As you can see on the screen, it turned out pretty bad, and I tried to get a new idea because you need ideas to make monsters, and well, I have no idea how to get concepts, and I don't have any concept artists, so I just went on YouTube and watched like 20 videos about horror video game monsters. But that didn't help, it was just wasted time. So I just thought for a bit, and then I decided to make something that has to do with shadows, just because lore stuff. I don't want to spoil any lore of the game. So let's just continue, and basically I go into Blender, right? I make an icosphere and I 3D model, I start 3D modeling, I make a head, I make a torso, and everything's going fine, but after a certain point my computer started lagging a lot because vertices in Blender very demanding. So I decided to ignore it as usual because it happens all the time. I'm like, okay, I will continue to make the model, and then I made the torso, the arms, and I started texturing everything because it was looking kinda boring at that point. So I just went on Google, got some textures, and spammed them on my character. And basically I guess it turned out as I wanted it to turn out, and then I wanted to add an eye, like a single eye. So I made another icosphere, and that's when Blender just didn't respond at all. So I just thought if I wait for enough time it will begin to respond, but that was not the case. And after some time I hear my PC like, I put my headphones down and I hear that my fans are very loud, so I close my computer, and then I try to open it again, but it doesn't open, right? So I got scared because I thought I broke my computer, and decided to wait for like 15 minutes, and fortunately that did work. I guess the computer was just overheating. So I had to make the rest of the model really quickly, just so the computer won't crash again. And for the legs, I had to make them in another Blender project, because I had in the past times I tried to make a whole character with legs that's really detailed. It happened a similar thing that happened at the time I was making this model. It just Blender didn't want to cooperate at all and it crashed. So I made the legs and then appended them in the project of the actual torso and the head of the monster. Now I only need the shadows particles, but that I think that will be better to be made in Unreal Engine. If Unreal Engine has a particle system, I have no idea. I haven't used Unreal Engine ever, so I will probably ask my programmers about that. So yeah, now I almost have the model finished, but I know it looks kind of boring, so I really hope particle systems will do the job that I want, because for now it's just a random dude, looks like a random dude in bandages. We will see. I also finished about all the walls and the floors that I mentioned in the last video, so I will be putting them on the screen right now. I tried to make this kind of models in the past, and I had a very hard time importing the textures into other game engines and making the textures themselves, because I had some problems with tiling. So I just decided to make the bump. If you know what Blender, probably know what a bump node is. And I decided to ignore textures, and I just sculpted the textures out of the walls, because with like that I can maintain the extrude effect on the walls. And for the floors I just made a single tile. I basically divided the whole floor length by 8, because I wanted 8 tiles, and then I made one tile that was the equal as the divided length. It sounds complicated, I guess, but it really isn't. And then I just used an array modifier to make more copies of the tile I made, and yeah, that's how I made the floor. For the chandelier, I made it, well, not really a chandelier, it's like a wall lamp of some kind. Well, I just got a picture online, and then I didn't sculpt, I only sculpted the details, but I basically made a simple model and then shaded the model smooth, so it wasn't really hard to do that. So that's what I got for you today. I hope you enjoyed this video, and it really helps me out if you leave a like and subscribe. So yeah, I hope I will see you in the next one.